Adrian and I haven't had a date night in a while, and I'm not trying to make everything about getting footage tonight, I promise. But I wanted to get some clips because this place is pretty cool. It's like a gigantic retro, like pinball arcade. Is that what you would say? I don't know.
Show the pocket of quarters first. I want to see it. Well, you can't see it. You got to pull out a little bit. We are quarter rich.
There's someone new in the pocket too. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I got.
While spending some time at Blainbrook and having an amazing time with Katrine on this date night, I did realize playing all of these pinball machines, since this was pretty much the first time I've ever actually physically played one, I have a new passion in something else that I want to start a collection for. So as the day went on and we spent hours playing these machines, I came to a conclusion, and that was I needed to get my hands on my own pinballs and start my own collection. Literally 2 days later, from playing all those pinball machines, I hopped on Facebook Marketplace and made my first purchase. Now you guys are currently witnessing the second purchase. My buddy was helping me out load this bad boy because it is just so heavy. This one does need a little TLC because both of the ones I picked up are from the 60s. We will do a little bit more of a deep dive once we get these back home.
Metal nooks and shit.
Now you pull it back. Oh, we're clear. All right, back home like a baby.
So before we get into the gameplay and everything else with these pins, I wanted to show a couple flaws on the Lucky Strike. The head here isn't quite aligned. It's going to need to be replaced. And along with these carts here, these were not in there when I purchased the machine, or I should say cards. I went to Google and found a couple different images and tried to strip them to the best of my ability in Photoshop, printed them out, and then now I'm able to pretty much put them in there as placeholders to make it look better. It's not quite the correct dimensions, but for now it looks a lot better than it did. Along with this machine being filled with a lot of like dust, cat hair, there was a bunch of dead bugs inside, so there was a lot of vacuuming and cleaning that needed to be done. And one of the reels was sticking, so I pulled the reel out, decided to try to clean up all the grime. It's never going to be perfect because of the age from the 60s, but at least it's a lot better. In doing so, I actually ended up breaking the thing. So besides the Lucky Strike reel being stuck, the machine still does operate, and starting with that, this one is from 1965. There was only 1,800 machines produced. The concept of this is pretty fun and pretty simple. The goal is to hit the 10 pins, which is represented by the lights in the middle, which will count towards a spare, and to get a strike, you actually need to get it into one of the holes or the targets that is lit up with the strike light, and that will reward you a substantial amount of points. Now the back glass here has a lot of flaking, which is basically the representation of the paint peeling over time with the heat of the lights and the back bulbs, and that's pretty much going to stay as is. It's really tricky to repair that. Moving into the doozy, this one's from 1968. There was only 2,100 machines produced. Now you guys didn't get to see the pickup of this. I didn't get the actual footage, unlike I did with the Lucky Strike, but the concept on this is a little bit more simple. The only goal here is to clear a X on the play field that is represented once again by lights that the ball rolls over and makes contact, and in doing so that rewards you points, and that's pretty much the concept, and then getting the highest score that you can. Now that pretty much wraps it up for today's video. In the future, I would like to do some restoration and some other little bit of vlogs on repairing and pretty much just making these as new as possible for their age. But regardless, thank you guys for watching. I will catch all of you in the next episode.